"Hey, aren't you the janitor from down the street?" That's how the smug kid greeted me, in front of a full line of customers. I was wearing my old maintenance uniform, covered in a bit of dust, fixing a leaky ceiling in the corner store. He laughed, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Guess some people never make it out of high school jobs, huh?" That kid was Tyler Hendress, the golden boy of our HOA president. None other than Patricia Hendress, a woman who believed she ruled our entire neighborhood like a queen. Her son had inherited her arrogance perfectly. I just smiled and kept working. I've learned that silence burns deeper than words. Tyler strutted around, bragging about his business degree and his internship at some fancy firm downtown. He told me I should take pride in small work. I told him I do, because real pride comes from earning your place, not inheriting it. Fast forward 6 months, the company I worked maintenance for shut down, and I started something new. My own facilities management company. Long hours, brutal contracts, but I built it from the ground up. Within a year, we landed our first big deal, a government facilities maintenance contract worth more than I ever dreamed. I went from mopping floors to managing a team of 40. Funny thing about karma, it doesn't rush. It waits. A few months later, I posted a job opening, Junior Facilities Coordinator. One morning, while reviewing applications, a name caught my eye. Tyler Hendress. I leaned back, smirking. His resume was thin, full of college projects and temporary positions. Apparently, his internship hadn't turned into a full-time role. I almost deleted the file, almost. But something in me said, "No, let's see where this goes." A week later, he walked into the office for an interview, dressed sharp, still wearing that smirk he had months ago. He didn't recognize me at first. I wasn't in a dusty uniform anymore. My nameplate on the desk read, Nathan Cole, Operations Manager. When his eyes met the name, the color drained from his face. He stuttered, "Wait, you're the maintenance guy?" I smiled slowly. "Not anymore, Tyler. Take a seat. Let's talk about your future." He swallowed hard. The tables had officially turned. Tyler tried to recover his composure, forcing a nervous chuckle. "Wow, small world, huh? I didn't realize you'd, moved up. Moved up." Like it was some kind of accident. I leaned forward, keeping my voice calm. "Yeah, life's funny that way. Sometimes the janitor becomes the one doing the hiring." He laughed awkwardly, tugging at his collar. His confidence was fading fast, replaced by the kind of panic only someone unprepared truly feels. I motioned toward the chair across from me. "Go ahead, Tyler. Tell me why you think you'd be a good fit for our company." He started talking, fast, unstructured, desperate. He mentioned his GPA, his team projects, and a leadership role in a fraternity. Nothing practical. No experience. I could almost see the realization sink in. Theory didn't mean much here. We worked with real tools, real problems, real people. "So," I interrupted, "you've managed teams before?" "Well, not exactly," he stammered. "But I'm really good with people." "Good," I said, leaning back. "Because this job involves managing technicians who fix sewage leaks. At 2 in the morning. His eyes widened. "Wait, manual labor?" I shrugged. "Everyone starts on the ground floor, Tyler. That's where leaders are made." He went quiet. I could tell his pride was bleeding. I remembered the way he'd laughed at me that day in the store. The smug tone, the sneer. And yet, sitting there now, he wasn't cruel. Just lost. A kid raised to believe the world would bend for him. I slid his resume aside. "Tell me, Tyler, what do you actually want to do?" He hesitated. I just want to prove myself. Finally, something honest. After a long pause, I nodded. "All right. I'll give you a chance. Starting position. Entry level. You'll work under my field supervisors. Show me what you're made of." His jaw tightened, torn between gratitude and humiliation. "You're serious?" "Dead serious. But understand this. Around here, nobody gets special treatment. You'll earn everything." He nodded, barely holding eye contact. When he left, I saw his mother's car waiting outside. Patricia herself. glaring through the windshield like she smelled betrayal. I couldn't help but smile. This was going to get interesting. The next morning, my receptionist buzzed in a whisper. "Nathan, there's a woman here insisting she won't leave until she speaks to you." I didn't even have to ask who it was. Patricia Hendress stormed into my office like she owned the place. Designer bag, oversized sunglasses, the scent of entitlement practically filling the room. She didn't wait for an invitation. "I'll make this quick," she said, dropping her purse on the chair. "You made a mistake hiring my son." I folded my hands calmly. "Good morning to you too, Patricia. Coffee?" Her lips tightened. "Don't play games with me, Nathan. Tyler is not suited for grunt work. You have him cleaning HVAC vents. That's beneath him." I leaned back in my chair. "Everyone starts where they can learn the ropes." Her eyes narrowed. "You're punishing him. This is personal." I smiled faintly. If I wanted to punish him, I wouldn't have hired him. I gave him a chance. Something most people wouldn't. Patricia scoffed. "My son has a degree. He's not some mechanic." "Neither was I said softly, "until I learned how to be one." She froze. For the first time, I saw confusion behind the arrogance, like she couldn't compute that someone she once looked down on was now sitting across from her in charge. "You think this little company makes you powerful?" she hissed. "I sit on the HOA board. I can make things very difficult for you." I chuckled. "You already have, Patricia. Remember the property violation notice you sent me about my old pickup truck? Or the unauthorized tool shed fine? You've been making things difficult for years." Her expression darkened. "So this is revenge." "No," I said calmly. "This is fairness. Everyone here works their way up. If your son can't handle that, maybe he should go find another easy job." She slammed her hand on the desk. "You'll regret this." I met her glare without flinching. "No, Patricia. I think your son will thank me one day. Someone needs to teach him how the real world works." She turned sharply, muttering something about calling her lawyer. But before she left, she hissed, "You're finished here, Nathan. You'll see." I watched her storm out, the office door slamming behind her. If she thought threats would shake me, she had no idea who she was dealing with. Patricia didn't waste time. By the next week, rumors were spreading. Anonymous complaints to the company board, concerns about my leadership, even fake claims about harassment. Classic HOA Karen tactics, just scaled up to corporate level. I knew exactly where it came from. But instead of fighting her in the mud, I let her dig her own hole. Meanwhile, Tyler kept showing up to work, quiet, humbled, and slowly improving. He stayed late, helped the crew, and didn't complain once. One morning, I found him fixing a busted compressor alone. Grease on his hands, eyes focused. He didn't see me watching from the door. For the first time, I saw a man trying to earn respect, not demand it. Then came the board review. Patricia had somehow pulled strings to get a meeting with our company's regional director, claiming I was abusing authority. I walked into that room with a file in hand, emails, photos and statements from employees backing my record. Halfway through the meeting, the director frowned and said, "Mr. Cole, we also received an email from one of your junior employees, a Mr. Tyler Hendress. He had something to add." Patricia froze. She clearly hadn't known. They played the message. Tyler's voice came through the speaker, steady but sincere. "I just want to say Mr. Cole's the best manager I've ever worked for. He gave me a chance when no one else would. I made mistakes, but he didn't hold them against me. He taught me what work really means. If anyone deserves credit, it's him." The silence that followed was delicious. Patricia's face went pale. The director looked at her, puzzled. "Mrs. Hendress, is this the same son you said was being mistreated?" She stammered something about miscommunication, but it was over. The board cleared me of everything and formally warned her for making false claims. A week later, I passed Tyler in the lot. He gave me a small, respectful nod. "Thanks for not giving up on me," he said quietly. I smiled. "You earned it, kid." As for Patricia, she resigned from the HOA a month later, after the community voted her out. Word got around fast about her failed stunt. Funny thing about life. The people who look down on you eventually have to look up to you, especially when you're the one signing the paychecks. If you enjoyed watching Karma catch up to this HOA Karen, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment telling me your favorite moment, and subscribe for more real-life revenge stories like this one.